Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've still got the window open, hope it's okay. I thought I'd put up the position from the last game at the Sicilian that I got, because I do think it would be really good to try and get better at these positions. There seems to be a different plan in certain positions, but I think one of the things that I think the engine is telling me to do, I could be wrong, I don't know these positions very well, is so first of all, I've sort of learnt to trade off this light square bishop a bit more in these kind of positions, but then it's about going after this weak pawn here on c6, or if there's a pawn behind it, maybe some sort of weakness on this c file, and yeah, so I think that's something that I sort of can take from that last game. I've played a bit of blitz in between the last game and this game, and it's gone badly. I've been dropping pieces or missing free pieces, and I missed a free knight in the last game on the channel. So let's just try and not do that, I guess. And I will queue into... Oh, apologies for that. I was just looking at the previous game. Queue into a game and go into the right scene. And get the black pieces, so we can't learn from the Sicilian, but we get e4, e5. Could be the first Roy Lopez, could be a Scotch. We've had a lot of Scotches. We get another Scotch. Yeah, Scotch seems very popular. So I'm just going to play out the first few moves and see what they do from this position. If they take the knight, I can put my queen here for a nice little intermezzo, which I will do. And then I think I never know which pawn to take with, but taking with this pawn makes sense to kind of free my bishop up. Are they looking for something in this position? I don't think there's anything in this position. I'm pretty sure there isn't anything in this position. So if they bring the queen here, I can just take this knight. Depending on, I guess depending on what they do is probably makes a difference as to which pawn I take with, but I'm just going to have to guess because the intricacies of which pawn to take with in these kind of positions is perhaps a bit beyond me for now. Oh, there's a car going outside. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, okay. So I am going to take. Now, I think it makes sense to take this way, to be honest. They can't push this pawn because I would just take. If they take, I could just take back with the knight and we've got better development than the opponent. And now I think this move is good because it allows me to defend my queen whilst I bring my knight here. Because obviously we could end up with quite a few double pawns. And I'm threatening to take, and take as well. So opponent stops it. Very sensible. So now I think I can play this move. But we shall see. Getting into slightly unknown territory now. This is kind of all I know. So I guess I just castle. Oh, I could have taken, couldn't I, there? I didn't think about that. Yeah, maybe takes was good there, but too late now. And can I push in the middle? Takes. I think we're... no, we're kind of not, are we? Fully defended. So I can play this and then get my bishop here. That kind of looks like it might be okay. I think just doing that kind of seems okay. So we have a position with double pawns, but I can use them, try and use them a little bit. And my rooks want to come to the center as well, I believe, most probably. So let's do this first, I think. This may allow my opponent's knight to come here, which is potentially a bit uncomfortable. I guess my bishop comes back, and then maybe the knight gets in here. That's... Yeah, not sure about this. This knight is now pinned. Can I do anything? To me, it does not look like I can take advantage of that. I need to get my knight here, and that would take a fair while. But I'm sort of reasonably pleased to see that move, to be honest. Because Okay, yeah, no, they just... So can I do this now? Takes, take... so here, takes. They can't take, right? Because that would just give up a knight. Do I want to push in the center while my opponent has such good central control? I could play this move. Can do a lot of things in this position, I guess. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm wondering if this bishop is now a bit stupid. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. This may be a mistake, but it kind of seems hopefully like it's okay. Obviously this bishop can come in here, and I guess I'll just trade it off. I assume they just take this, and I can undouble my pawns, which is something, I suppose. There could be some sort of tactic here that I'm missing. I don't see it. I guess, okay, yeah. So they're trying to get the knight in here. Maybe. I mean, there's nowhere else for it to go, right? Can I just take this pawn? Not really, to be honest. Not really. I could take, and then play this move. Maybe. But this is coming, right? I think this is my opponent's idea. I could do this so that I could meet this pawn push with this, and then takes, and move my bishop back. Something like that kind of seems all right to me. Try and sort of create weak pawns on my opponent's queen side. I've got into a quite positional game, unless there's a tactic here, of course, in which case it's a tactical game without me realizing. My opponent's seems like I prefer my opponent's rooks here, to be honest. They have two central rooks. So probably just take, right? Take, and then just get my rook to what seems like a really good position. And that will give up this pawn, but we'd be attacking my opponent's pawns. It does create a weak point here. That's an interesting move. Can I take here now? Takes. And then I can put my knight here. Ah, but my bishop is hanging. Ah, John, your bishop is hanging. That was the whole point. Okay, so let's take here. Let's take here. And then bring the bishop back. Okay, they don't do it. Yeah, that actually makes sense, doesn't it? That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So I could take here now. Because if takes, I have takes. Things are tricky now. Yeah, I mean, I think I have to just move this bishop back here. Oof, and now this might be coming, and this just looks really ugly. Yeah, just being outplayed again in a middle game. Okay, it happens. So I don't see any reason for my opponent not to just take this now. I would just, I guess, do this. But my opponent's two bishops seem very good to me. They could even do... Can you? No, probably not. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, actually. I mean, I would just play quick moves now. My bishop looks horrible here. It's undefended. So you play this and then take this pawn, or just take this pawn straight away. Don't know. I can't really take this because then they get these doubled rooks, which seem really good. So maybe it's a case of bringing my knight here, which is not really the best. But then I could maybe blockade this pawn, perhaps. So maybe that's an idea. Yeah, I mean, I think I just have to do this now. And then put the knight here. And then at least this pawn is pinned, right? to this rook. So giving up a pawn, but it's really not the end of the world. The more that I see this move, the more I quite like it, to be honest. So this pawn is pinned, which is something. And I'm aiming to do this. Is there a world in which, no, that just gives up this pawn now. Okay, so I'm just going to put my knight here. So it seems like a good place for the knight. Very central. I guess they maybe you just want to trade off bishops. This bishop is bad. That seems like a mistake. I've just got this check. Have they just missed this move? Okay. Oh, okay. I just missed that move. Yeah, alright, fair enough. So it's just down 2 pawns now. Yeah, okay. Not going well. To be honest, not going well. I need to create some luft at some point. I guess I'm aiming to try and get my rook in here. And they can just press here and then take this pawn. But they need to move this bishop first, right? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I think I have to take here now. And then just maybe play this. No, because then my bishop will be hanging. Ooh. I'm going to lose this pawn if I don't take it. This gives them a pass pawn. Here. Here. Okay, maybe I could play this. They can still take, but then I would take. And we've got opposite bishops. And that kind of seems like that might be okay. So let's try this. I don't really like this, but I should be creating some luft or doing something about this horrible bishop. But I guess it can come here in a pinch now. Okay. So probably we'll play this now. And maybe move the king here. Still looking to play this. I think this... Oh no. Yeah, maybe this forces this king move. I suppose they could just push this pawn. This is a permanent weakness though. Okay, probably just do this. So there's a question about which squares. Okay, yeah, I mean that is that is rough. That is rough. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, not. I mean, I think this is just lost. My opponent's just played well. Okay, let's stop the rook from coming here, and then try and bring the king in. At least, at least I didn't run out of time. Yeah, okay. That's even more secure. That's the most secure pawn in the whole world. I will just bring the king. Make the king slightly more active. I think I'm going to play this next, and I don't know. Not looking too good. There is drawing chances, I suppose, right? Why is my rook is just trapped, man? Like my rook is just trapped a little bit. So maybe you want to bring the king up. Okay, so this forks these two, which is something. May not be good. Yeah, but they can't play this, right? Because then I win this pawn, so I will take this. Okay, something. It's something. Okay. Maybe even this. Does this make sense? Try and restrict the king here. Bring this bishop back. Maybe try and now move this king up and free my rook somewhere. I don't know, but my opponent is, I have to say, is running a bit low on time as well. So I think this makes sense. Although I quite, yeah, they're gonna, okay. Okay, let's do this. I'm not sure if this works though, because I would just take, and then I need this pawn on a light square probably, actually, now that I look at it. So maybe this move made sense. But my king is better than their king. Okay, so I don't mind a trade here. So I think I'll just bring my king up. If I were them, I'd maybe try and do this instead. Try and go after this pawn, but I can just defend it, I think. Obviously, I need to take this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so let's take this. If they... My opponent having a long think with 1 minute 40 on the clock. That's not to say they can't beat me in this position. I didn't see that. Why didn't I see that? That is bad. This is bad news. So I can takes, and I think I have to play this move. And things are looking dicey, but I don't see a choice here. Yeah, I think my opponent may have found a way to win this. They just do this now. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I have to do this. If I do this, there's just this move though. Yeah. I don't know what to do about this. I think this might just be winning. I'll probably have to give up my bishop in the end, but maybe this pawn can do something. Seems unlikely, to be honest. Okay, now they go after this pawn though. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, actually, that just makes perfect sense, to be honest. So here, they will take. Then maybe I can free my rook. Yeah. Okay, now I'm actually down on time. Yeah, don't know what to do here. I need to free my rook up and try and just go for something like this. Maybe trade. Yeah, maybe trade, actually. Does trade work? Ooh, hard to say. I think it might. The king is very restricted. They've got this check. Oh, that's a nasty check. Does it do anything? Hard to say. Okay. Got to move quickly. They can't push this pawn yet. They need to defend it. Yeah. So now I can do this. I can do this. I need to move quick. I need to move quickly here. They've got this move, and I don't think I can stop it, can I? So let's try this. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. Okay, maybe this, then this. This is my last hope. Last chance. I think this is mate, right? What do they do? How do you defend it? I'm hovering. I don't need to hover. I've got 25. Okay, yeah. So they, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I can take? Question mark. How do you defend this? Okay. That's just. Wait. Shoot. No. Maybe this. 12 seconds is just not enough, is it? They just check me now. Okay, I've just got a pre-move. Okay. Okay, pre-move this, if I can. Pre-move this. Pre-move. 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 And they're just going to flag me. Yeah, okay. Oh. I don't know if I had a win there at the end. Well, it's well played, right? Let's have a look at the... Well, before we say well played, let's have a look what the engine says. I'll just pause for a second. Okay, so as you can see from the graph, like I didn't stand a chance in that game. My opponent just played very well, which happens sometimes. That's not to say there's not anything... I forgot to turn best move arrow on last time. That's not to say that there's nothing we can't learn from this game. So this is all fine, and this was the correct pawn to take with. So, you know, that's nice. This is something. So yeah, good. Let's carry on. Whoops, sorry about that. And this is a move. I mean, I could take the queen here. Actually, taking the queen kind of makes sense. But I mean, these pawns may not be too bad actually. So bishop here is fine. And this is all okay. And yeah, so this bishop move is just bad. Yeah, the computer wants me to push some pawns here. So we just gradually lose a bit of the advantage, and this is just wrong. My opponent just played it perfectly. Yeah, just really nicely done actually. Did I have it? I didn't have anything here, right? I need to take this pawn. I mean, obviously I didn't see this backwards bishop move because I'm not looking at the whole board. Chess is hard. Chess is very hard. I needed to take this, but I thought, okay, yeah. I mean, I can attack again. Oh yeah, I can go after this pawn, right? And they have to defend it, and then I play it, make some luft, and yeah, we have to defend this position. I think what we got in the end was, excuse the children shouting outside if you can hear that. I think what we got in the end was something quite similar. It's a bit different, isn't it? Again, the computer just thinks this is great. I kind of thought my rook's in jail, I think, which was the problem. I did everything that I could, actually. Do you know what? I kind of didn't play too badly in this game. I've played worse and won, for sure. Again, this is just... There's no chance here, right? My opponent's just making all the right moves, and then they just check me into oblivion for the win on time. Yeah, I think this was a good practice, though. Like, what I was doing was pre-moving this bishop move, which is a check, and a dangerous one. But also then, if they check me, I need to move my king, which I think was the right technique. Obviously, it was just very hard. Yeah, I mean, honestly, just really well played to my opponent. They played a great game. And yeah, I mean, I think I actually played all right under the circumstances. Just, where was it? Yeah, this move was ill-advised. I think I even said at the time that I didn't know if this worked, and like, why am I playing it? I think I just felt I don't know what to do, right? I mean, I wanted to make a positive move in the center of the board, and it just turns out to be bad. And then this turns out to be bad because obviously instead of retaking here, which is, yeah, definitely wrong, right? Because then they have these 3 pawns here, which are awkward, and my bishop suddenly has a lot of room. They did the right thing in just doing this, and from there, it's incredibly difficult. I go down a pawn, I go down another pawn, and this move, I don't know if they did this deliberately to defend this rook here. Really nice. You've got to say that my opponent was looking at the whole board very effectively, so congrats to them, I guess. All right, gonna leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later.